my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about where house prices are crashing the most in the UK. Some of these areas are really going to surprise you. They surprised me. Some are in the southeast, some are up north, some are in Scotland. But there's a big mix here and it really shows that some areas are getting hit harder than the national average, which is around 1.3% down. Now, some of these are big cities, some of them are big towns, and some of them you would think they would never go down, but the market has turned for sure. And this could be an opportunity on where to maybe look for some properties, because what you want to be doing when you're investing or buying is not buying when the house prices are going up, it's when they're going down and you can get a significant discount. So before we jump into this, as always, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Go on, do it now. We're nearly at 18,000 subscribers. And while you're here, smash the like button, tickle the like button, do something to the like button. That really helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Some of you get massively upset about me asking that, but everyone that does hit it, so if you're one of the people that do hit it, you really help us. So do that now. So let's look at some data. What's going on? Well, these are interesting. This was interesting when I was doing this research. So Portsmouth has been hit. So let's talk about Portsmouth. Is down 2% on an annual basis. So we're in December. That's pretty much what it's down in 2023. Now, Portsmouth is an area that did very well in the pandemic. I actually have some properties in Hastings, which is similar to Portsmouth, a little bit further along the coast. And the reason it did well is people wanted to be by the coast. And so those areas, people started working from home and they could walk to the beach, and that made a big difference to their quality of life. Now it seems people are being drawn back in to the big cities like London because work from home is starting to become a thing of the past. So Portsmouth has suffered significantly from that. Next, not far down the road from Portsmouth, is Bournemouth. And Bournemouth is down 2.6%. These aren't in order, apart from the last one. Bournemouth is the same kind of story, isn't it? It's a seaside town and people wanted to get away from London. They wanted to get away from those big cities and have that coastal life. Now, the jobs, the necessity is to be back in the office, so they're having to go back the other way. And so that's hitting house prices in these areas. And the triple here, Southampton, same sort of area. And so Southampton is down 2.3%. So all in all, similar results in that neck of the woods, which is interesting and very interesting. Next, this is a place that's done very well. It's the London of the West, some people call it, and that's Bristol. And my cousin lives in Bristol, and all of her friends are Londoners. They all moved to Bristol because they felt that it gave them the same vibe. There was lots of stuff going on. There's lots of culture there. And it gave them something as close to London as they wanted, right? And that was what their goal was. But the prices were significantly less. However, all these Londoners moving to Bristol pushed the prices up significantly. And house prices in Bristol have done really well in the last decade. Now, there's a little bit of a turn there. And this also could be people going back to London, or it could just be the affordability. It's hard to tell exactly, but they are down 1.5% in that Bristol area. So that's interesting to see. Next is one of the most affluent, posh places in the UK, and that's Cambridge. In Cambridge, house prices are double the UK average. So they're not cheap, right? And so a lot of people move there because it's a beautiful place. There's lots of good stuff going on in Cambridge. And the problem that we've had is that now people have less disposable income. They have less affordability when they're buying properties. And maybe the job outlook isn't so great in the Cambridge area. So Cambridge is down 2.3%. not insignificant when we think about the national average is around 1.3% down at the moment. Next, Aberdeen. This has been hit hard. And if you look at Aberdeen is down 2.4%. Now, Aberdeen's an interesting place because Aberdeen prices have been going down since 2016. The reason for that is oil. It's a town, city based on oil. That hasn't been doing as well. There's not really much rig work going on, and oil prices were lower in 2016. So prices have been, because Aberdeen isn't doing so well in the oil trade at the moment, prices have been dropping since 2016, whereas the rest of the country has been going crazy. And this is what you're going to find, little pockets, little areas where this kind of stuff happens, where because a big factory shuts or the main employer in a town, this can wipe out a whole town. And that happened a lot up north. We had the coal mines, and when the coal mines shut, those areas, market towns like Doncaster back in the day, and all those areas like Grimsby and those sorts of places, they got hit massively hard when the coal mines shut. Then we had places that got hit hard when the car manufacturers got shut. And those sorts of companies, Rover and all those companies, went bust or closed their doors for whatever reason, or moved manufacturing abroad. That really hits a town. And so Aberdeen is down. It's been down for a while, but it's down again. And that's mostly for them, not necessarily the economy. It's more the oil, or their local economy, more than the national stuff that's going on here. Now, the last one is interesting. And the last one is down significantly, and this is the biggest drop I could find this year, is down 4.4%, and that's Dover. Now, Dover has a lot of the immigration, and it is a rough town. I'm not in Hastings, but I have property in Hastings, which is close enough to Dover, and Hastings is rough, but everyone would say Dover is significantly more rough. It's an industrial town because you've got the ferries and all of that kind of stuff there. A lot of people, when they move into the country, that's where they start, especially illegal immigration. And that just puts people off living in that area. So they move across to Hastings, Bexhill, then they move across to Brighton and those sorts of areas. And so Dover, a lot of the houses, when you drive around, they're run down, they're not in good condition. It's hard to have a property there because it's getting battered by the elements with the sea. You don't want a seafront property. They're very expensive to run. You're going to need lots of maintenance and stuff like that. So Dover's hit hard, and that's the worst one in the UK that I could find to date. London, there are pockets of London that were hit very, very hard. So we looked at this previously about 6 months ago. Kensington and Chelsea were down 15% on the Mega Million houses. But the other boroughs of London weren't so bad, which is why I've not included this in that data. So what do you think about these house price drops? Is there an area that I should have looked at that I missed? Do comment below and let me know. This is interesting data. Make sure while you're here, maybe if you're looking to invest, maybe start having a look in these areas, because if the house sold price is down, maybe there's some deals to be had now. Do smash the like button, tickle the like button, whatever you're going to do to it while you're here. Do comment below with your thoughts and opinion. Subscribe, hit the bell, and while you're here, go and check out some more content. Why don't you go and watch this video right here.